Dre in the place to be. Co-rockin' shit with my homeboy Steve. After Roadium, get stupid some. Yo, don't think that you can get none of Dre. The motherfucking doctor, the bitch hopper, the sucker motherfucking stopper. I'm fucked up, so don't mind what I'm saying. I'm just kicking it, but Steve, Tony, A.A, Susan, yo, we be choosing dope shit to put in a mix. Know what I'm saying? We kick shit like and that's a fact. And if your shit ain't in the mix, you know it's whack. And that ain't no bullshit. I'm kicking facts on a serious tip. Word up, Dr. Dre's in full effect doing serious damage, boy.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio episode 185. And before I introduce my special guest all the way from Bakersfield, California, I have a couple of shout outs I got to give. Okay, shout outs are always good. I want to say that today's show has been sponsored actually by several people. The first one I'm going to give a shout out to is Alex Mesa, because he actually bought us a 24-pack of beer. So much love, much respect to Alex Mesa. Then I want to give a shout out to Los Driplicious Michelada Mix. So I had to say his name right. Los Driplicious. So he's actually sent me these right here because I called him out and I said, anybody want to send me some Michelada Mix? I'll drink them here live on Roadium Radio, and he did. And he brought me these nice little dips. So let me just say once again, shout outs to IG. It's __ Driplicious __. So if you guys want to follow him there, you guys want to get a hold of these different styles, the micheladas, hit him up, __ Driplicious __. So much love. Thank you for that. Greatly appreciate it. And let me give another shout out to, and this is, hopefully I don't offend you guys, but it's Putazos Promotion. So if you want to throw some putazos, make sure you guys hit up Putazos Promotion. And he sent me this jersey with the Wizard 68, probably for the year I was born, okay? Because I'm not 68 years old yet. But yeah, thank you, man. Greatly appreciate it. I'm going to sport it. Y a ver qué pasa. Maybe somebody might want to throw some putazos, okay? Then I've got to give a shout out to Not Yo Granny's Cookies, okay? Also known as Grown Ass Adult Cookies. She gave me several cookies right here. These are medicated for my homies that like to smoke and like to get high. So I got a couple for you guys. And then she got me the regular kind, the kind that I like. Hopefully I don't tip the box over, but that's it right there. Some beautiful bomb ass cookies. You guys can follow her on Instagram. I'll post it up on my story with her link, so you guys can follow her there and order your medicated grown-ass adult cookies or just your regular, not your granny's cookies, okay? Last but not least, this Saturday coming up, finally, the single, Mr. D, the introduction, with a song called No Love, and the other one, Let's Get It On. Okay, it's gonna be available. These are two full songs. On the video, when I directed it, I just wanted to put one verse of one song, the other verse of another song. We made one video like a mixtape, but you're gonna have the full songs. A lot of people say, well, I've only heard him spit one verse songs. Two verses, two choruses. Once again, No Love, Let's Get It On. That will be available only at the meet and greet, along with a 5x7 glossy that he will autograph and a Mr. D poster giving you the finger, okay? So make sure you guys check out the meet and greet. On the break, we are gonna have the flyer along with the address, the times. But I also wanna give a special shout out to Salvi Mommy because she made all of this possible. So much love, much respect. Actually, we will be with her at her booth. So make sure you guys go. Once again, the CD, the glossy, autographed, and the poster. And if you guys buy it, then you guys get to take a picture with him and shake his hand and tell him how much you love him. So other than that, without further ado, this person has been here actually in the past, okay? But whenever somebody has new music, what we always say is we want to help you promote it. So that's why she's back. Well, new music, none other than Bakersfield's very own Magic Girl.
Roadium Radio knows how to podcast. Roadium Radio knows how to podcast. In the city of Weymouth, we keep it rocking. We keep it rocking. Cali.
Dope. I like that. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hot. You know, today for some reason, I'm like, I don't know. Are you hot? Because sometimes people could say that this room gets hot, but it usually does during the summer.
You know what? I mean, it is hot, but coming from Bakersfield, we hit 102, 104 on a daily. So, like, this is like beach weather, like 85 for me right now.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
All good. Okay. A quick recap real quick. The first time you were here, episode 24. Okay, that was 161 episodes ago. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then you came on episode 105. That was when you were here with Lady Benz. Okay. And that was 80 episodes ago.
Wow, it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been that long. And the reason why I say that, because there was this one guy said, again, like on your flyer, again, it's like, if you don't know, you know, antes de hablar, es bueno pensar.
Again.
Okay. So now let's give a quick recap. When you were here the very first time, like we pretty much already laid the foundation of your story and how you came up. So if you guys want to see that one, go to episode 24. You got a lot of views on that one. Episode 24. And then you gave a little bit more on episode 80. Yes. No, was it? No. Episode, I got it wrong. 85? No. 105.
Oh,
105. 105. Yes. So, but now, let's talk a little bit about something, because things that people may not know that I believe it's worth mentioning again, because you mentioned it on episode 105, that people just think you're just a talk box girl.
Yeah.
Far from that. You're actually, correct me if I'm wrong, a licensed mortician.
I am not licensed.
Okay.
But I do work in the funeral industry. And for those who really work in the funeral industry are not allowed to call themselves funeral directors or funeral directors without a license.
Okay.
So that's usually how you can tell when somebody's bullshitting. But I worked in the funeral industry maybe 6 years.
Okay.
And I've worked directly with the decedents, preparing for funeral services, casketing, dressing, bathing, cosmetics, transportation, removals from the home, coroner's office, stuff like that.
Well, you know, and it's crazy because a lot of people, people that don't know you or people that are probably hearing you for the first time right now would have never, ever have guessed that.
No.
Like, I would not look at you and say,
She works at a funeral home.
Mortician, right?
Yeah, right.
Nobody would ever do that. Okay.
You know what's crazy is that out of all the industries I've worked in, okay, I'm 26 now. I graduated high school early when I was 16. So I've been working since I was 16. I've worked in a private school as a private instructor for kids with autism. Mm-hmm. I've worked as an IT tech. I've worked in fast food at the best Mediterranean restaurant in Bakersfield. Mediterranean. Shout out to Rahab and Flamin' Skewers down in Bakersfield. Go check them out. And I've worked in the funeral industry. And out of all those really great careers paths, I cannot get away from the funeral industry. I really, truly believe that that's my calling, to be in that industry.
Okay, I'm just going to say it the way I see it. To work with the dead?
Yes.
For reals?
Yes.
Well, they don't ever give you any problems, right?
No, well, I mean, they don't talk back. And I don't like people who talk, but, But I think being a caretaker for the deceased is something very special, especially having that, I lost my older sister to cancer years ago. I think I just, you have to be a very special person. Not saying that I'm special, but you have to have this special type of...
Like a calling, I guess?
Like a, caring, like a cariño for something. And I think that's why I do what I do, because I really, truly want to treat people as, as I would want my sister or my loved one to be treated when I'm not around.
Yeah. I mean, I know when you had been on Freaky Tales in the past, and you had shared that story. So if you guys want to check out what she shared on Freaky Tales, she's got a lot of freaky stories from the mortuary. Check that episode out as well. But like for me, I had shared on the Freaky Tales that it's very, very hard for me to be around the dead. Like I just can't. Ever since I was a kid, I can't, But that's why I call it, I believe you have to have a certain calling to be able to do that, because I couldn't do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who can't. Like, it's weird. My dad works in the funeral industry as well.
Right, you shared that.
He works in sales. He worked in sales for a long time, and he worked as a funeral arranger, which is just the pre-planning of the stuff, but he's never in contact with the deceased. That is something he cannot do. He's always, Jenny, you go do it. Jenny, go check this. Go check that. And it's because it's not que les tiene like nañana. He just tells me, mija, it's not my thing. I just don't. Right. I'm not gonna be as caring or as attention to detail as you would.
Yeah. For
something like that. So I do believe that everybody has, their own little their own little department they like to stick to in the funeral home, because there's a lot of funeral homes and smaller funeral homes. I happen to work for this very amazing corporation, and there's over hundreds and hundreds of locations across the United States. And the difference between us and locally owned funeral homes is that the smaller funeral homes, of course, they do everything, but they only probably see about 10 to 15 cases a month. And our funeral home sees about 10, 15 cases, sometimes where we're super busy, a week per arranger, and we have 5 to 6 arrangers, so it's always super busy. Right. And like super stressful, high paced. So we look at the industry a lot different than smaller funeral homes. So I think that's where, the difference comes in, where they bring all these people from different departments and everybody's good at what they do. And that's how, the funeral home just works out its way like that.
Wow. Well, hey, more power to you, because with all due respect, I can't do it. So, and what's one thing we never think about, at least I never think about, how many people actually die daily. Yeah,
and it's crazy. And it was so surreal when COVID hit.
Really?
Yeah, it was. It was scary, because when COVID hit, how when they were reporting like how many deaths and stuff in the county, those numbers were not matching at all. So I really thought we were going to go to like a zombie apocalypse or some shit, because those numbers were not matching.
Wow. Okay. Here's another thing that I just recently found out about you, and I thought you were lying, so I have to call you on it. You're a drummer.
Yes.
Okay. You guys, she told me I'm a drummer, and I was like, yeah, right. Fisher Price drum.
Yeah, he laughed at me.
Clean, 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 clean. Okay. And then she showed me a video like, cap. And I was like, holy crap. Like, and I was like, that's not you. That's me. That's not you. But okay, let's talk a little bit about that, because that's something I don't think at least I never heard you share it. So, the times you were here or on possibly other podcasts. What age or when did you start drumming?
I want to say I was like 7. And I was going to church, because I grew up in church. So I'm a church girl. I grew up in church. And I remember our pastor was starting, they had the main church, the sanctuary, and then he wanted to start like a kids thing,
Right.
And his twin son and daughter, they were musicians and singers as well. So he's like, I'm gonna start a band for the for the youth.
Okay.
So the daughter was a singer. The son was a drummer too, but he loved to play bass. He's like, no, I don't want to play drums anymore. So pastor's like, you're going to play drums. And I was like, what? No, I don't want to. I don't want to play drums. Pastor, that's not for girls,
Right.
And, but it ended up happening like that. And I just fell in love with it. And then for years, I helped in the praise and worship team at church. I learned how to play a lot of different styles of music, from cumbias, norteras, boleras, to a lot of gospel music.
Now,
drummers know the difference between gospel music and rock. I've said this before, you will not impress me playing some System of a Down. I am not impressed by drummers or girl drummers when I see videos and they're I'm just like, dude, that's the easiest stuff. You will impress me. I will be impressed if I can see you play a cumbia or a bolera on time. That to me is impressive, because rock, hard metal, heavy metal, that's the easiest shit to ever do. At least for me.
Right.
I don't find it in like impressive.
Okay. Let's back up a little bit. So you said around 7 years old in church, you get the sticks, and did somebody say, okay, this is the hat, this is the snare, you know?
Yeah. The pastor's son actually taught me a little bit, but the one who taught me more, got me into like cumbias boleros, would be my older brother Ray. He plays with Grupo Avigel, which is a bigger band in Bakersfield. And so does his older brother, Oscar, who plays with like Conjunto Primavera, like big bands. They've played for like Gerardo Ortiz, they fill in and stuff like that. He really, like, on the weekends he taught me like, hey, you know, do it like this, and cumbias play like that, halftime, downtime, 1/4, 1/8, like 16s. He really taught me like to the T, the basics. Like once you get a basic rhythm down, you know how to do that, everything else comes naturally. It's almost like your body goes into like autopilot.
Wow.
It's weird. Like if you just love music, like your body goes into just autopilot, and you're just like.
Okay, so you've been playing since you've been 7 years old. You said you're 26. Okay, so now, do you still practice or do you still play?
I haven't played in maybe like 4 years, and I mean I practice here and there, but honestly I think it's a drummer thing. Like we just don't really touch it unless we go play somewhere.
Now, okay, like DJing, okay, like every once in a while I'll practice, but if I leave it for about a month, by the time I get on it, I know my cutting will not be like precise.
Right.
Okay, is it the same way for drummers? Like,
Yeah.
do you grab me like, fuck, I'm not feeling it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you know what you're playing, but it's not there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, DJing, to me, like, 'cause scratching, it's like taking a turntable and making it a musical instrument. You can scratch a rhythm that you hear in your head. And I've always told, real DJs know this. And when I say real DJs, like, I believe guys that are gifted to cut and scratch. I think a lot of today's DJs just learn crap from YouTube and they just copy it, and, you know, they call themselves DJs. But real DJs that know how to real cut and scratch, they hear it here and then they put it here. Like, I'll give you just a simple one. Like, if they hear a then they're like, okay, okay, because they heard it here first.
Yeah.
Drummers.
Yeah, that's exactly, like, it's crazy you say that, because that's exactly what, at least for me, that's exactly, like, we hear it in our head and we're just like, okay, we're gonna do this, you know?
Okay. And you know what? A lot of people may not know this, like, but like producers that do like that, well, I'll just say drum machines because that's my era. When we make a beat, we have to hear, to me, the bottom beat or the drum pattern is the foundation, then we build from there. I'm not one of those guys that just goes to Fruity Loops. It takes a thum, 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 and a ka, 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 thum, ka, and then it'll cling, 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 and then people say that's a beat for $25. Like, I never understood it. That's why I have a hard time with today's music.
Yeah.
People just say, oh, you're just fucking old. You're just hating. No, I love hip hop. I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
You
but
know?
like fucking producers, and not to talk shit about nobody, but y'all really get on my fucking nerves with this. They go and grab samples from like these beat packages, these sample packs, and then they go make beats with them. And like, yeah, I made this shit. It's like, bro, it's the same 4 patterns looped over and over and over again. And you're mad because fucking somebody picked it up on the radio and you can no longer use that sample. Like,
oh, okay. And I'm glad you're saying that, because there was a guy that asked me this question. I did an interview. I want to say it was called Pave the Way or Unity Radio. One of those, man. I want to give a shout out to you guys. They interviewed me on Dash when I first started promoting the Roadium Mixtape documentary. And then one guy, he says, I know you're a producer, man. He goes, you know, you came from the boom bap era, the drum machine, the digging in the crates. What do you think about what you just said, beat package? The beat package, is that what you call it?
yeah, like beat packages. I don't even know what they're fucking called properly.
Okay, so I asked him, because he said, what do you think about beat packages? And I just said, well, I don't know what that is. And I was honest, because we've never heard of beat packages, you know, growing up. You just went to the fucking swap meet or to the secondhand store, or you went somewhere and you found your records.
Yeah. You
went home, that's a dope snare. Let me sample that. That's a dope kick, you know, let me go ahead and sample that. We made our own.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that people have gotten loops, put them all together, let's just say in a folder, and sell them?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. I think, you know who recently actually just did a package? I think it was about maybe a year. It's about a year old. Eric Sermon. he uploaded the whole all of the like his kicks, his snares, his hi-hats that he used for the
EPMD stuff.
EPMD stuff. Like it's super dope. Like don't get me wrong, it's super fucking cool.
Right.
But my thing is I don't think I don't think that my generation knows what to do with shit like that,
Right.
because they don't know analog, they don't know A.DAs, they don't know floppies, they don't know.
Right.
That sound is so fat and pure and just rich. All this Fruity Loop fucking shit is really fucking fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not. It's just really like. It sounds different.
Now, okay. Now, what do you think it is about old school music that you prefer over today's music, because you are from this generation?
Yeah, you know what? I think my dad would probably be responsible for my appreciation to the older sound, because my dad had a studio back in the day, and he produced and recorded hundreds of albums. You know, there's people till this day who come to, well, I moved, but they would go to the old house, or they go to my grandma's house, because my grandma still lives in the same house. They go over there looking for my dad. Like, hey, I'm looking for Chinto. I'm hoping he could, you know, do my album. Grandma's like, well, he's not in the music no more, and stuff like that. But I remember growing up, Dad was always analog, mixers, A.DAs, record, and when he would record, he would record straight through. There was no such thing as auto-tune, punching in. None of that shit existed. It was you one straight run, and that's it.
That's it.
And what's crazy is that when I got like my laptop and started recording like Logic and all that shit, I was so like uneducated on today's shit.
Right.
That I found myself recording songs like all the way straight through, breaking my fucking head not knowing what quantize is.
Right.
Because I never knew that existed. Not knowing what auto-tune is, because I never knew that existed.
Right.
I was doing everything fucking backwards. So now that I know it is so easy, like it's so easy for me. Like I record my shit at home, cut it up, clean it up. Okay, send it to be mastered. Here you go, boom.
Yeah, I wish I had it that fucking easy, but
I wish I knew it when I started, because you know it's so different, you know. But I think because my ear has been exposed to such a natural, you know, sounding, today's stuff, it just sounds different to me. Like I can probably tell, you sit there and tell, you know, I was telling my friend the other day that when me and my dad sit down and listen to music on the radio, he can sit there and tell me exactly what board was used in that song, exactly what channel, and exactly what compress. Like he will tell me from A to like to the
that
T.
was a Yamaha right there.
Yeah, that was a Yamaha. That was a Korg. That was the D50. That was a DX100.
That's a Moog bass or something like that.
Yeah. He'll tell me like that, and I can identify that too, which I'm really grateful for that, because it gave me a different like a different eye for music.
Well, see, because your dad has ears, and people like one time me and Quick were talking, DJ Quick, we were talking, and we were talking about engineers,
right?
And I said, "What do you see yourself?" This was right after the time he mixed down the Tupac All Eyes on Me album, and I was shocked because I didn't know that he had done it, honestly. So we had a conversation about that, and I said, "So why didn't?" Because he said Dre wanted me to do it. He said, "Why didn't he get somebody else?" I just threw that question out there, and he said, "Because he said there's people out there," and he named a couple of them that are great engineers, but he made me understand. He said, "But they don't have my ears." And that's something I believe you have to be gifted with. So sometimes when I hear a song, I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, what's wrong with it? I have to realize that he may not have ears to hear what I'm hearing, you know, to hear what maybe Quick is hearing, to hear what maybe your father is hearing. Yeah. It's different.
There's only certain people, man. And there is a friend of mine. His name is, we'll call him,
Joe.
A Garza. Just he used to mix all my stuff. And it's funny because I would tell him like, Alex, can you like mix my song? And I'd send it to him, and I'd get it back, and that shit would be fucking banging.
Right.
banging, like the bass is just like boom, boom, boom. And that for that lowrider shit, lowriders love funk and thumping music.
Right.
You know, and he had that fucking ear. And I sent this song to get mixed by another dude. Oh, it was so weenie. Like, it was just trash.
Yeah, it just...
The sound was not there. Like, I felt like you were going to have to turn the dial to max. And then go down to your equalizer in the truck and just be like, max 2. You know, like, you didn't have to do that. What I do is like, because I have subs in my truck. And I have everything panned out evenly. So when I go in and I listen to music, it's almost like if you listen to it in the car. Like when you mix stuff, at least when I get my stuff mixed, I'll go listen to it in the car. I'll listen to it on Bluetooth speaker. I'll listen to it to different places to see what kind of sound I'm going to get, what I'm hearing, or what's lower, what's higher. So when I always, when I get these mixes, get them back, I always go in the truck, I listen to it, and if my woofer is like, it's not mixed right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And because I always have them off. I have them shut off.
Right.
So if it's not mixed right. Like, I won't even listen to the rest. I'll send it back. Now, example, like Kenny, my boy Kenny, he mixes and masters all the Spanish stuff, the stuff that's on Netflix and all that. His mixes are so fucking clean that every time I turn it on in the truck, it's just like boom, 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 boom. Just like a clear fucking sound. And he's one of those people from your generation who knows how to work the SP1200, who knows how to work the mixers, the dialogues, the analog mixers and all that stuff. They have that ear, you know, but when it's him or Alex, everything comes, I love the way my shit sounds. But if it's other people, like, I can tell they didn't do it.
Yeah, that's why you have to have, see, that's why when, for an example, when we shot Mr. D's video, I knew who I wanted because there's other guys that could have charged cheaper.
Right.
But I even knew the quality of work. Now, somebody may just say, what are you talking about, man? Those are just visuals. But those aren't my type of visuals.
Yeah.
You know, you can get an engineer, somebody that doesn't have ear could say, like, it sounds good, but that's not my good.
Yeah.
You know?
I really do think that a mix can make or break your song.
Yes. I
don't think artists get that today.
No, they don't.
I honestly, I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. I really think if Rogerline wasn't mixed properly, it would be a fucking shitty song. Like, it wouldn't even went anywhere as half of where it is at.
So, Rogerline being your song.
Being my song.
Right.
Yeah, like just the way Alex mixed, it's just so fat, and when you put it in the car, it's just boom, 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 like so fucking clean. And every car that I've heard, it's so fucking clean.
That's dope. Okay, one last thing before we go to break. Okay, and I got some other things I want to ask you, but I want to try to stay on time. Just for people, once again, that are possibly hearing you now for the first time, maybe they didn't know who Magic Girl was, you know, maybe they didn't watch 2 interviews, maybe just a new subscriber. Just kind of give us a quick recap. How did you get introduced to the Talk Box, and when did you start? Hey, what was it that attracted you to that?
I heard at my one of my old jobs, I heard a supervisor's phone go off. And it was a Zapp and Roger song. Okay. I can't remember off the top of my head right now what song it was. I think it was More Bounce Downs.
More Bounce.
But I heard the fucking Talk Box, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I was fascinated by it.
Yeah, and then I was like Googling stupid shit like robot voice song. Like I didn't know what it was. Right. And then I finally ran into it, and I found, you know, Zapp and Roger, Fingers, and all kinds of other Talk Box artists, and I just fell in. It started off as a gimmick. I didn't think it was going to be taken seriously, and then some idiot decided to promote me, and he started doing shows and charging people he was charging people $300 so I could do one fucking song, one cover of Saturday Love that I remixed. I was getting $300 a gig to go do one song every weekend for 2 years.
Okay, now we're going to speed up a little bit because anybody can buy a Talk Box, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Anybody can buy a keyboard and do it today if you have the desire to do it. But now, what makes you different? And one time, I believe we talked during the break on our last interview, episode 105, where you had said, and correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not sure, that you had actually had certain pads that belonged to Roger.
Yes, those were gifted out to me afterwards. But
explain what that is.
The Talk Box patch is pretty much like your sound. like your sound that you're gonna use on your board, you know, like use a bass or whatever.
Okay.
It's pretty much this. It's just a sound.
Okay.
So that these patches are all created unique to whomever is using it. There's some patches that are higher, some patches that are lower, thicker, softer. It just depends on the song, and it depends on if the person doing the talk box is like really like fancy with it or whatever. But the patch that I started off with, it was just such a beautiful patch. And that patch was actually my dad's very good friend of his name is Steve. He used to work at the music store with my dad, and he ended up going to our church or whatever. And he helped me build my talk box patch because he is a genius. Mm-hmm. He's like on some Boys to Men stuff. Like when he's a producer, when he goes in and produces stuff, he is a monster in that studio. So he was that go-to guy to help me, and I didn't really know anything about it. So I had this program called Massive by Native Instruments that allowed me to create and personalize sounds, and this happened to be a synthesizer. And I had the sound stuff pretty much to the T, but I didn't know anything about poly blends or pitch or modulation and stuff like that, and he taught me that.
Okay.
So he went in there and edited everything, and that's something that nobody had.
Okay.
So the sound that I had was something you weren't gonna go buy off of a $500 keyboard. It's kind of like when you sample a kick, and then you throw your EQ or compressor or whatever.
You tweak it yourself.
You tweak it yourself. Everybody's running wild looking for it. Like, where the fuck am I gonna get? You can't get it. I made it.
Right.
So, and I've had. I'm not gonna say no names because I don't want to throw people under the bus. But I've had 4 people that are major people in the industry all hit me up and ask me for my patch. Hey, yo, what's up? Can I have your patch? Like,
pretty much, I want that sound.
I want your sound. Yeah, thinking that okay, I do give it some credit. Like, cool, if you have a good patch, you're gonna have good sound. Okay, I do give it some credit, but it's like you said, I can give you everything that I have, but you're never going to be me.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. But and people think when they do talk box, they think, oh, just because I got a talk box and this kind of patch or whatever, I'm gonna sound like this guy, or I'm gonna sound like Zap, I'm gonna sound like, you know. I think maybe because my sound is so identical to Roger, not exactly, but it's very close. And it's not like the rock, like washed up shit that a lot of people do.
Right.
You know, I think that's why they wanted it.
You know, because, okay, kind of like one last question. Mm-hmm. I see you use the Korg, okay? Mm-hmm. When I used TalkBox in the 90s, and I would hire people, not that I would play it, because I don't know how to play it, but when I would hire, they used the Mini Move, the old school one where you fuck with the oscillators, okay?
I wish I had one of those.
Oh, okay, so what made you choose the Korg? Because I see, if I'm correct, I think MC Magic uses the same one.
No, he uses a DX100.
Okay.
It was just, Magic has a Yamaha DX100.
What made you use that?
It was the only thing I can get my hands on at the time, financially.
So and then you just stuck with it?
And I just stuck with it. Honestly, I just really just stuck with it, because when I started doing TalkBox, I did it through a laptop, an interface, and a USB MIDI keyboard.
Right.
Because I didn't have funds to go buy one of these. So after I started getting my stuff together and all that, I got one of these and then just kept it. And then a lot of people don't know that a really big reason why I don't get rid of it is because of this. What's under it?
Right.
There's writing under here.
Right, see that.
And it says, Magic, keep making that TalkBox electro. Magical. Much love, Bosco.
Okay, explain who Bosco is.
Bosco is a fucking legendary producer.
Uh-huh.
He's worked with Pac. He's been in songs with Tupac. He's done stuff for a lot of people, and he's also the inventor of the world's first tubeless TalkBox, the Electrospit.
Okay, you'll give us a demo. We're gonna hold out.
Yeah. This is that, and he came at a very him and his wife came at a very important point in my life where we'll go into that later, but I was in a really deep depression, and I think my attachment to this is more emotional than what it is, because it's good. Okay,
because you know what? I be hearing songs today, and that TalkBox sounds like, when a smoker smokes too much and he has that hole, and he has to talk with that thing right there.
Yeah.
That's what that shit sounds like, and I'm like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, now for me, no offense to no one. Honestly, it's all love. But my opinion, when it comes to producers, men, and I'm just talking about men, not talking about women, okay? Because I think you're the only female that I know that plays talkbox, okay? But when it comes to men, I've given everybody a chance. To me, the best one that I've heard, of course, Roger's no longer here, rest in peace, DJ Quick.
Yeah. You know, I love the way Quick does talkbox and Battle Cat.
Yeah,
Battle Cat's talkbox is fucking badass. I would
Yeah.
pay money to watch that man do talkbox.
I still take Quick over Battle Cat. Hey, Battle Cat, much love, homie. You've been here, all good, but I'll stick by my man Quick because I worked with him for many years. So give us an outro, and then we're gonna take a 10-minute break.
Okay.
I can make you dance in a real bad way. I can make you dance, and I can make it better. Let me show you what it takes, baby. I can make you dance in a real bad way.
Yo, make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Magic Girl is in the motherfucking building. Bakerfield, stand up. We'll be back 10 minutes.
RC and Tony A chilling at the Roadium with my homeboy Steve. Be on the lookout for our new 12-inch. The shit is dope. Yo, I like to say what's up to my homeboy Dre, my homeboy Prince of Jazz, and the girls with the big ol' ass. So Trip, I'm about to bust one more time to let y'all niggas know just what's on my mind.
6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh to be this week across my bathroom floor. Out my back window, I make my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my old school tape. Mad with no music, but happy cause free. And the street to a player is the place to be. Got a knot in my pocket weighing at least a grand.
Get it, Dre.
Just do 1 2 1 2. Right about now, Easy E and Dr. Dre's in the motherfucking house.
Times are getting crazy, it's really hard to choose it. The Roadium's a spot to get funky, fresh music. Easy motherfucking E and my homeboy Dr. Dre. MC Ren is in effect, and you know we don't play. The Roadium is hitting, but you know you can't leave until you get a deaf ass tape from Steve. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape.
Yeah, man, I came all the way down to the Roadium spot, man, to pick up one of them NWA tapes, man. And I talked to homeboy Steve down there, man, and he said I'm fresh out of tapes, man. How the fuck you fresh out of tapes, man? He said cause they selling like hotcakes and shit, man.
That's my man throwing down.
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?
And welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio episode 185. And before we jump right back into it, once again, a reminder, this Saturday coming up, you guys saw it on the break, on the flyer, and I'll be posting it up tomorrow on my page. And Mr. D will be posting it up as well, along with his manager. I will be there. Also, I will have posters as well of the DOCUMIXERY, old school style glossies. I'll probably take some CDs for those of you that want to buy some CDs still. But once again, this day, it belongs to Mr. D. You can buy his 2 full songs on CD. For those of you that like hard copies, right now the website is being built. Eventually you'll be able to download it or just buy it directly from the website, but you can buy it directly from him. Also, it's 5x7 glossy, autographed. He'll autograph it for you there. And also his poster, once again, that you guys can purchase when you guys go to the meet and greet. So this will be his first meet and greet. And hopefully we have a nice, successful one. I'll be there with my team there. And if you guys want to come out and meet him as well, you know, like I said, yo, it's going to be good. But we're going to go ahead and jump right back into it with none other than Magic Girl.
Baby, let's cruise away from here, away from here. Don't be confused, the way is clear, it's so clear. And if you want it, you got it forever. This isn't just a one night stand, baby. So let the music judge your mind and let release and you will find you're gonna fly away. You're throwing my way. I love it when we're cruising together.
Now, you mixed 2 songs, huh? Mm-hmm. I picked up on it. And you made it your own. That was dope. Mm-hmm. I like that. Now, for people that are probably saying, you know, damn, that's dope. I've never heard that because you've had that out before on videos, if I'm correct. Like you made your own videos?
Yeah, I used to, you know what? I used to do a lot of old school covers. Like most of my sets were always like Evelyn Champagne King, Bretton Wood, all in Talkbox.
Okay.
And surprisingly, like I did one of the La 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 Means I Love You by the Delphonics or whatever.
Yeah.
I've played that song at maybe 20 funerals.
Really?
Yeah. Weirdly enough. Like,
wow.
It's kind of weird, you know, like you think people, like, I would have, because I worked in the industry.
Right.
You know, and my best friend is a funeral arranger.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, you get these families that come in and then they're like, oh, yeah, well, he loved Lowrider and stuff like that. And then sometimes she'd be wearing like a Magic Girl t-shirt or whatever. And they're like, oh, my God, I love Magic Girl. And she'd be like, that's my best friend. And so, you know, she would kind of like, hey, can you come do it?
Make the connection. Yeah.
Make the connection with the families. And it's crazy because people really don't know how much music is, like, like you hear a song, it makes you cry.
Of course.
You know, it takes you back.
Yeah.
You know, and me playing those old school songs to like people, you know, in the lowrider singing and all stuff like that was my dad's favorite song. It's like a very special thing, and I think that's my biggest connection with my fans is that I do a lot of old school. I do a lot of shit that they grew up to or that they love.
Yeah. You know, I like to quote this, and I read it once. I don't know where I got it from, but it says, music can make you forget everything. Like there are certain songs that can make you forget everything. There are certain songs that can make you remember everything. So I think sometimes when people ask you, can you play this song, it's because there's a connection to that one song.
Yeah.
And it brings back so many memories.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would go up there and do it. I think I cried like 5 times. I really did.
While doing it?
While doing it, because I just saw how emotional people got.
Yeah.
When I was doing and keep in mind it's a funeral. Not everybody's not partying.
I know.
So I'd go up there respectfully, do my song, and then at the end of the song, I'd see how people just smile and like start reacting, and then like it would make me cry. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I want to bring something up that, and the only reason why I'm bringing something up is because somebody, and I have to say this loud and clear, somebody with a fake page. I get a lot of fake pages that, believe it or not, either tag me or message me, and I'm just going to say what it is, bullshit, okay? Possibly at least 3 to 4 times a day with bullshit, okay? Well, earlier today, when I posted the flyer tonight, Magic Girl is going to be here, okay? So-and-so wants to send you, and it's always like a name like Martin Dot, 1800 or whatever. It's always like, whenever time a fake page comes up, it's always like a dot and then a number, for some reason. So I opened it up and it said, to touch it so you could see the picture, because there was a picture along with the message. So I read it. So I went to the page, and we're talking about Instagram. This person had no followers, had no pictures.
Completely obvious.
Yeah, it's just a fake fucking page. And I kind of know who it is because this person is constantly attacking my team, okay, with these fake ass fucking pages. I'll leave it at that. And we know who it is because this person is illiterate. Every time she sends something, it's always misspelled. So I got one today that, and I respectfully, I'm asking you, if you don't want to answer it, it's fine. But this was a picture of you. It was like somebody made it. I don't know if it's old. I don't know if it's new. But it was a picture of you, I guess, with the talk box, I believe. And another artist from your previous label, High Power, Lady Pinks, I believe is her name. She's an artist, okay? It was her and you on this picture. And it said, the person who asked this, instead of this, asked is bitch to address this. So I kind of knew who it is by the illiterate writing, and then after it had a picture of another female, which we'll get into later. But speaking, of Lady Pinks, because I know High Power was your former label. I guess was there ever any tension or beef, or why would somebody send me something like this to ask you?
Tension, yes. Beef, no. Like I've said in the past, how do I put this? I understand why she talks so much shit about me.
Can you speak a little bit closer?
I understand why she talks so much shit about me because she's obviously defending her friend, which is Caps.
Caps being
Capone.
Okay.
Capone, and they've been friends for years. Obviously, High Power was built. It was mainly Capone, Pinks, and Criminal when High Power first came out. So it was them 3 that were High Power, plus Tweety, etc. But I understand why she talks so much shit because when me and Capone parted ways, it became a bigger thing than what it needed to be because some fucking idiot wanted to start like a label beef. Like I don't have beef with Capone or High Power.
Okay.
It's just like I've said in the past, it's bad business. It wasn't convenient. It got a little too personal for my comfort.
Okay.
But somebody toxic went and aired out personal things of my life to kind of twist it up and really fucked it off for me, you know? But so I say that to say this, that me and Pink's never had beef. She's always just talked shit about me on social media, but I see it as like, not retaliation, but kind of like I'm sticking up for my son for fuck you because she's a female, I'm a female. She can address it.
Okay.
You know, ultimately, you know, if I don't know whether he does or he doesn't, but if Capone has something negative to say about me, he's not going to say it out of respect because he's a man.
Okay.
You know, and I think that she's taking that role as, I got it, don't trip.
Okay.
You know, because I come from, you know, a family, you know, family that, you know, we're from the streets. So to me, I look at it like, you know, she's a female, I'm gonna hit her up.
So she's addressing it, but pretty much for him in a sense?
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny you bring that up because I've had people send me stuff like in the past. Like she recently posted like a month ago or 2 months ago.
Who's she?
Pinks posted about me on her story, like trying to like body shame me or whatever, which is cool. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like I am who I am. I love myself, you know.
Okay.
But it all goes back to, and I hate to fucking bring it up because it's funny that I'm sitting across from you at this table when it's a mutual person in common. You know, a certain individual who has obviously tried to come and rain on your parade and do stupid shit and involve everybody in some bullshit ass fucking drama.
Of course.
Goes and runs her mouth to everybody and says all these things. And it's funny because the things that are being said, I know came from that certain toxic individual.
Yeah.
Because it's only shit she said.
Right, so you can pretty much make the connection like, okay.
I feel like it's everybody tag teaming, trying to come against people they don't like trying to recruit haters, like almost like that, you know?
Right.
And and that's what it really feels like. So like, again, back to the Pinks thing, I really do feel like it's just, she just wants to start shit that's not even there because I don't have a problem with her. Like you can talk shit about me all you want. I'm not going to address it unless you come talk shit to my face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. To me, it's like whatever. It's a waste of my time. Why am I going to waste my time? And it's not because I'm scared of her, because she's bigger than me. No, it's not, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do, first of all, respect for my career, for myself. And secondly, I just don't feel it as important because I've been through so much bullshit in my career that something stupid like that would be like, how would I say it? It's like talking to a wall, trying to beef over social media. That is so frustrating. Beefing over social media is so stupid because it's like, I come from a generation, well, not my generation, but I come from people who raised me that come from a generation that you got a problem with me, let's meet up at the park. You got a problem, let's talk. Call me. Talk to me. You talk shit to me all you want. Let me know your issue. Like, if you got problems with me, I want you to tell me, hey, I don't like you. Okay, cool. Why don't you like me?
Right.
We'll try to work. If you don't like it, fuck it, whatever.
Right.
But if you can't tell me shit directly to my face, then I don't really care for it.
Right. Okay. You know, like I said, and I respectfully asked you if I can ask you this, but it just got under my skin today that this person knew that I was going to be interviewing you, and just like the snake that she is, under a fake page, like she always does, just, you know, sends me that.
Yeah, you know what? And not to give too much attention to this person, but this person has ruined a lot of things for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And including myself. That has nothing to do with you. She's ruined a lot of things. And it's more of like a personal vendetta for her. Like it's I don't know what it like. I'm trying not to say this without it coming off a different way, but I really truly feel like this person has issues, and anybody believing this individual should really check their sources. Because they're not valid. Yeah.
Okay. And along with that one, right under, this wasn't a picture, but it was like, and also ask her ass about, I want to make sure, because Wicked Baby Doll.
Call me.
Okay. Now, but hold on a second, because I've interviewed her here.
Right.
You know, and there's never been any issues. I think I might have spoken to her maybe once after our interview, and that's about it, like I do with everybody else, you know. I try to promote and want them to share their story, because it's important that they come on here and share their music, share their, what they're coming out with next or whatever, hoping that, I'm hoping that they get new fans, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But this person said, and ask her about Wicked Baby doll, whatever. Is there anything there?
No, but, I said call me because I would like to speak to her about certain things. It's funny because a couple of people who follow her send me some stories, and they said, hey, I think she's talking about you. It caught me completely off guard. She never said my name. And again, it goes back to, if you got something to say to me or something to say about me, say my name.
Okay.
But what she was saying fit what this other person has said about me. That makes sense.
Okay.
It fit the rumors, the stupid ass rumors that were going on. It fit that, And I think, her beef with me or whatever, because I don't have problems with her.
Okay.
And when I seen that, I hit her up a couple times. I messaged her. I said, yo, hit me up. And I got blocked. I got blocked. And I'm just like, yo, this is my number. Hit me up.
Right.
And why? I don't know. As a female, I understand maybe it was on some, no, it wasn't on no confrontational shit. I wanted to clear the air because, for one, I believe in mutual respect in this industry. I saw her as another artist. I saw her as a female artist.
Yeah.
And to me, it was out of some respect shit, hit me up, what's going on? I know who started that, and talking to a few other people, I kind of see why, and I understand why she said the things that were said.
Uh-huh.
But I just again, it goes back to what I said. If you're gonna talk shit about somebody, check your sources and make sure that your shit is valid.
Right.
And state names.
Right.
So we can all have a clear picture of what the fucking beef is. I'm not gonna sit here and talk shit about you subliminally,
right,
and expect to get a point across. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. And as a female, I feel it was disrespectful for her to do that, because I've heard from other people that she said that it was directed towards me. I feel like it was disrespectful for her to do that.
Right.
As somebody who respected her in the industry, because she claims to be a vet around for years or whatever. She's been around longer than I have.
Uh-huh.
And I respect her as an artist. So to me, it was disrespectful that I couldn't even clear the air with her. I don't have any problems with her, but I am bothered, and it does upset me about the things that were said. Not because she said them, but because I know the person who started this.
Yeah.
And because it's all fucking lies. We've all heard the fucking Magic's a tweaker, Magic's on drugs, she used to fucking prostitute herself, Magic's a fucking rat. I've heard it fucking all. And I've heard, she sleeps with everybody she works with. All that shit started from the same fucking toxic person. And my thing is that it's crazy how fucking life works. Is that toxic person is now kicking it with everybody that has a problem with me. Everybody who's tried to talk shit on me and smut other people up in this industry. They're all that quote that says fakes are flocking together?
Yeah. The
fakes are finally flocking together. And
okay.
It's they're all, I just think it's weird. What the fuck is going on?
Right.
I really do feel you asked me one time, what would be some advice that you would give a new upcoming artist coming into the industry?
Yes.
And I remember I said that I said that they should just keep their guard up. And that's the reason why I said keep their guard up like this. I don't believe that personal issues should be vented out on social media. I don't think that beefs like this should be addressed on social media, but if they want to be on social media, they need to be addressed on social media. Why? Because the fans stir up shit and they make it bigger than what it is. And a lot of the times, rappers beef it because of the fans.
Yeah.
Rappers beef it because of the shit that their manager pulls out, or the manager, fucking fake ass friends,
Yeah.
There's good people in this industry with good intentions, and there's bad people in this industry with bad intentions that just want to fucking live off of everybody else's career.
Uh-huh.
And how would I put this? Just sit there and collect checks. You know what I'm saying? I've been victim to that, and so have a lot of artists have been victims to that. And I just think it's a little frustrating when the fans kind of put you in a corner. They corner you a little bit and kind of make you you need to talk this and that. Or they call you
Well, I don't think this person was a fan.
No, I think she just wanted to stir shit up.
Yeah.
honestly, because it's not very many people that will go out of their way to do stuff like that unless it's like
Yeah.
some hating shit. You know, the fans usually ask politely, like, hey, yo, what's up? What's wrong with this? But I just think it's funny that it's two people that, like, I don't have beef with nobody. People talk shit about me. People don't like me. I know that there's people that don't like me, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay if you don't like me, you know?
You know, let me say something. My son, he's in Boston. My son, B. Scanless, he hits me up today, and he says, Dad, I think you need to address something with Magic Girl. And I said, what's that? And he said, why is there so much hate on her? Out of all the females that I know, he says, that are in the business, she receives the most hate out of everybody. And I was like, Mijo, you know where it's coming from. One person. Now, let me say this, okay? So people can kind of get a clearer picture. This person used to come here,
Yeah.
okay?
This person ruined a lot of things for us, and that's one of the things that she ruined.
Okay, this person used to come here. When, within a span of 7 months, when you start seeing red flag after red flag, now keep in mind, I've only seen this person possibly 6 or 7 times, okay? Never seen her outside of this studio. And maybe twice a month or whenever I would allow her, you know, to come through. But it was funny because the first time that I interviewed you, I asked her, would you like to come? And that was the only one, when it pertained to a female, that she said no. What shocked me, because before I had met you, I never knew any of these rumors that you were just talking about, that she's this, she's that, she's that. Keep in mind, I was gone like from around 2002 to 2017. So I always tell people, if you came out around that time, don't get offended when I tell you I never heard of you.
No.
So when guys tell me, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm sorry, I never heard of you. What do you mean? You know, I never heard of you. So when I told this individual, I said, I got Magic Girl. I remember the next day, she came without the chisme.
Oh, of course.
So I'm like, wow. Isn't it funny that even though some of the females that she considers friends, when I had them here, the next day she had all their chisme.
Yeah.
You
And
know, so
you know what's crazy is I think that's around the time when the whole baby wicked bullshit started. To be honest.
yeah,
I think because a lot of shit just started coming out of the water, you know, and I would kind of like to clear the air about this because, of course you're my friend, you've helped me with you're my producer, you helped me with a lot of things, just
Yes.
like, you know, a lot of people in this, and Jeff, Darren, you guys are my friends, we
Right.
work together. I got your back, I support you 100%. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that just because you're an opposite gender.
right.
I say
Thank
that
you.
to say this, that my beef or whatever, my problem with her had nothing to do with you. She made it about you
Right.
because it was easy for her to make it about you. I'm a woman, you're a man, let's make this bullshit up. You know what I'm saying? Let's stir the pot. Let's make shit believable, right? Okay. My personal issue with her, and it goes back because you just said by your own admission that she did not want to come. Okay.
Yeah.
And she was talking to somebody of my past. They were both in contact at that time. So I know that her not showing up was because she knew that person was going to be here physically with me. And she didn't want to cross paths. Because I found out about that later. I saw text messages. I saw everything I needed to know that she was in contact with people of my past.
Right.
So
Okay.
I think that her not showing up was kind of like, I don't know, creating an alibi or something
Right.
for not crossing paths with me. Like, how to put it, it's a girl thing, and I know a lot of girls on the chat would agree with this. Like, women know who they're in front of. We can usually call bullshit on another girl. Like, we have like a fucking hood rat radar. Like, it just goes fucking off. Yeah, and I think she knew it was gonna go when the second I saw her.
And you know what's funny? I've heard a lot of constantly telling me she's no good, she's no good, she's no good.
And it's funny that you say that because I've heard that. And this is not to talk shit about nobody. I'm just stating facts. Anything negative that I have to say about anybody, it's just facts. I don't have beef against nobody. I don't have hatred against nobody. If you hate me, I don't hate you, but we're gonna handle it as it is. But I heard that from multiple people that don't even know you.
Right. I sat across females right here that I met for the first time. 99% of the time that I meet artists is for the first time right here.
Yeah.
After the interview, hey, I'm gonna tell you what so and so DM'd me, what so and so told me, what so and it's always back to that same person.
Yeah, and I mean, and she hit me up too a couple times when I was here. Talk about meet me with that same energy outside. I never saw her outside.
Okay, last thing, because I kind of want to get back to the music, but this has to do with people in the industry as well. You had mentioned to me, which I was kind of shocked, that somehow you went live with her on Instagram, and she didn't know.
Oh yeah, I catfished her.
Yeah, she didn't know it was you. Okay, I guess in a nutshell, you still have the video, you still have the audio, and you told me you could show it to me. From what I understand, you haven't showed it to nobody. But she talked a lot, from what you're telling me. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? A lot about people that she claims are her friends right now.
Yes.
And she also accused people, another individual, of the things that she possibly accused me as well, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And you have this video?
Yeah, because
you and her are going live.
Yeah, we talked on a live thing because I remember I posted a picture of I was getting something out of the glove compartment for my truck, and I guess it wasn't closed right because I had some books in there. And when I reached over, the door opened, so it hit me in the face, and I had a like a black eye, and my nose was bruised. And I posted on Instagram because occasionally I like to keep my fans posted on the dumb shit that I do.
Right.
And she made up a whole fucking rumor that supposedly I got my ass beat. And then it's crazy because these other two females that supposedly I have problems with, both fucking posted about it and were like, yeah, I'm glad they almost fucking broke your nose, bitch, and dumb shit, like so immature shit. To me, that's fucking immature. So she was doing all this, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna figure out what the fuck she's saying about me, because it really got me mad. Because not because I cared, but because she was airing out personal shit about my life that did not need to be, like, if I don't post about it, you don't need to know about it.
Okay.
And I'm very adamant about that. And people get mad at me because I've talked to you a few times, and I've also talked to Darren about some very sensitive, because we go in their studio, we write about certain shit.
Right.
You know that, and so does Darren, that I've been through a lot of deep shit.
You could tell by one of the songs that you were singing, and he even said, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah, like, I couldn't get through recording it. I couldn't stop from crying because it was just so personal to me. Wow. I've been through some deep shit.
Yeah.
And people always give me shit about it. Why aren't you sad on social media? Why aren't you mad on social media? Why don't you fucking put out your frustration? Like, no. Don't be mad at me for being strong. And if anybody out in this chat is listening, don't let nobody fucking put you down for being strong. It takes one strong ass fucking bitch not to go and rant on social media about the shit in her life.
Yeah.
And that is one thing that sometimes I fall short from it. Sometimes, yeah, I do get frustrated, but there is a lot of things of my life that people do not know about because I don't sit there and rant about it. I don't post it because I don't feel like it's my business to know. So she was saying a lot of weird shit about me, and I was like, okay, it's either coming from her or the other fucking idiot I was signed with and stole money from me. It's either or. So I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Right.
So I catfished her, right? I hit her up. I was like, hey, I made her some bullshit ass story. I said, hey, my homegirl fucked up Magic Girl at a gas station. And she fell for it. She fucking fell for it. And she went all in. She's like, hey, I'm going to give her a goodie bag and blah, 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 blah. She started going, like, praising this person for beating my ass.
Okay.
And I was
but
like,
all along it was you.
All along it was me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get her to get on the phone because she didn't want to call me back. She didn't want to text me. I got her number from the person, from some other person. I said, I want to talk to her. Like, I want to hit her up. She blocks me on social media, blah, blah, blah. I want to hit her up. You know, I want to talk to her. Woman to woman, I want to talk to her. And so she starts praising this person. I'm like, yeah, I think we're gonna meet up with her tonight. We're gonna go jump her or whatever. And she was all fucking excited, like a little kid. Like she was like, yeah, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna beat her ass. I'm gonna pay somebody or whatever. She was saying all kinds of dumb shit. And I was just laughing. I couldn't stop myself from laughing. So finally, I said, hey, we're outside. We're gonna meet up with her or whatever. And I ended up calling her, and she made us some bullshit. Like, I think she was scared to answer because she's like, oh, my phone died. And I called her back. I said, no, Magic's right here. Like, record it so you can post it. Like, you can get all these kinds of fucking views. Post it so you can post it. Like, fuck Magic Girl. I was telling her that shit. She was all excited, so she finally answered. And I said, what's up? You talking shit?
So this is a live.
On the like, like the live, the Instagram video chat.
Okay.
And she answers. She's like, hello. Like, her whole demeanor changed when she saw it was me. So I started talking to her. I heard her out. Because as a woman, I never knew her, so I was trying to hear her out. You know, it's like when people talk shit about you, about somebody, you kind of just want to find out for yourself. You don't take someone's word for it.
Right.
That's the kind of person that I am. Like, if someone sat there and told me, like, hey, that fool's a piece of shit, and I'm gonna let your words linger in my brain, but I'm not just gonna take your word for it and treat somebody like shit.
Right.
So I kind of just went and figured it out for myself. I talked to her, and she was just saying all kinds of crazy shit about people that she's supposedly friends with. She's like, yeah, my homie and my homegirls. But yeah, airing all their shit out. And then she started talking about people in the industry that she was accusing them of them doing shit to her too. And I'm like, wait, why are you... It didn't make no sense to me, because it's like, okay, you're saying this shit about me. Then you're saying that supposedly somebody did this shit about you. And then she went around lying, claiming that someone did the same thing to me. Like, bitch, if someone did something to me, I'm pretty sure everybody will know. I don't need somebody else to go say that somebody supposedly sexually assaulted me. I don't need nobody to say that for me.
I think she was just caught off guard. Would you think?
Yeah, she was caught off guard a little bit.
And then just making up shit.
Yeah, just making up shit. So that's why none of it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, okay, she's a fucking clout chaser, like, straight up. Like, there is women, and this is complete. This is not targeting her. Okay, this is just everybody in general. Okay, as a woman,
okay,
I strongly stick up for women who have been abused and raped. There's a lot of us that have been there before.
Yes.
There's women who wish they had a fucking minute in a courtroom for some justice. There's women who suffer all their lives hoping that they can get justice for even just 1 second. Not for wishing wrong about somebody, but for personal closure. And it's because of people who do dumb shit. I'm not going to say like that because I said, like, I don't want to target her. But for do dumb shit, like make up accusations and dumb shit like that, that women who actually need that closure never get that opportunity.
Yeah.
And we just get fucking lost somewhere.
You know, I'm going to say this and then, but well, one more question, then I'm going to say what I'm going to say, then we'll go to break. Okay. But you still have this video?
Yeah, I even posted it one time. I told her, like,
Wait, you posted it?
I posted it with no audio.
Okay.
And I told her, like, I'm going to post the audio. Like, if that's what you, like, she was pressing up on me, like, trying to make me go against people. And I said, you're not going to fucking do that. I'm not a pushover. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And it's not like me to talk shit about, like, about people like this, but she don't answer nobody's calls. And I'm pretty sure she's fucking watching right now. So you guys can go check her page and watch all her fucking stories that she's going to post tonight and tomorrow and the day after that. I'll fucking ranting like she usually does. But it's just, like I said, it's just frustrating.
You know, we're going to go to break after this. When she did that 17-minute video about me, I'm going to be honest with you. I sent that out to several female friends of mine. And I'm going to tell you what I told them. I need you to watch this and please call me back. Yeah. And the reason why I sent it to them was because they had suffered what she was accusing me of.
I did too. I sent it to a couple people and I watched it myself.
And they all came back in a nutshell and said, this is horrible. We all know she's lying.
Horrible acting.
Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, once again, this is my current mood. So if you're watching, here you go. Don't forget that Saturday, Mr. D, meet and greet, along with the CD and his 5x7 glossy autographed. And we're working on Mr. D cologne. And but you know what? You know who just walked in? Mr. D himself. So we're gonna bring them out with you because I know you're working on some new music, and it's time we talk about that, and along with his music because I got something up my sleeve that I need to unveil. So we'll be back. So 10 minutes. Once again, call somebody, text somebody. You know the rest. 10 minutes. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 185. And 15 more shows, and I reached 200. You know what that means? That I know math just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and jump right back into it with Magic Girl and Mr. D. How you doing?
All good. What's up?
Hey, we're here to promote the meet and greet. Okay. I kind of want to just go over real quick the address because I want people to show up, you know. Yeah. Now, this is your first meet and greet, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And it'll give the people an opportunity to finally meet you, tell you you're a dope rapper, or tell you you're sorry.
Yeah, of course.
But no, I think it'll be a great opportunity for people to come out and hang with you. You know, I think that artists should have a little bit more of these. A lot of times people just, how would you say, they just do shows, or sometimes some artists don't even get booked. Yeah. But this will give you an opportunity because you do have a lot of fans, you know, and I think that it's the timing is right, especially since we just dropped. Well, your new single will be dropping that day. The video's already been out, maybe a month? I think, what was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Monday, right?
June 7th. And yesterday was the 7th, so happy anniversary. Okay, so once again, we have Mr. D, and the first song, before we get back into Magic's interview, No Love. I know people know you as like one verses, you know, and that's how you pretty much built up your fan base.
Yeah, through like little clips.
Yeah, and then we did that for the video, give people some type of something that they were used to already, but what they're not used to is a full song from you. So can you speak a little bit about what No Love is?
Well, like the title says, you know, it's in a sense pretty much leading up to the idea of not showing any type of love through anything like, I want to say through the course of, you know, the lifestyle that everybody seems to be choosing nowadays, you know,
Right.
like some people depict it as a trend, you know, I think it is a trend, you know, but at least how I came up, I saw it as a lifestyle, a serious step in life, you know, so that's why I went with the direction showing no love with anything, you know. It's just like in 48 Laws of Power. You always gotta, well, I'm not saying you gotta do everything in it, you know, but it says you always gotta be careful, you know, you always gotta be tiptoeing around everything that involves any contact with humans. You always have to be cautious, you know what I'm saying? And that involves with anything, you know, through street life, or just getting to the point where you want to be a big baller or something, you know what I mean? You always have to have that mentality of, you always have to be selfish, but at the same time caring, you know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Okay.
You know, like a balance, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. A couple of people have did reaction videos to the video.
It's crazy.
And let me tell you something. They're all positive. That's the dope thing, you know. And I want to quote Spliff, because remember, Tony A said he's the one. He's the one. He's the one. I ain't buying it. That's what Spliff said. And at the very end, what did he say? I got to eat my words. I got to eat my words, you know. Mr. D, Mr. D, Mr. D. Go check out the Spliff interview, well, the Spliff reaction to Mr. D's.
Shout out to Spliff.
And let's get it on. I know it's self-explanatory, but do you care to elaborate on the second song? Now, once again, these are full songs.
Yeah.
So when you come, you're going to get 2 full songs for the first time. But wait, there's more. But go ahead.
So with that one, the whole idea was, I was trying to pay homage, you know, the best that I could, you know. I wouldn't say that I was going to be spitting like the best love song in general, but I do want to say that I try my best to match the, you know, the original Marvin Gaye sample, you know, and hopefully I did do a great job, you know. I tried setting the summer vibe as best as I could, you know, because most people know me as that conscious rapper or somebody who wants to emulate Tupac in a sense, you know, and I know not necessarily he had, you know, the biggest category of just catalog of just being the party smashing rapper, you know. It always had that thought behind it, you know, and I tried implementing that as best as I could, but at the same time going with that West Coast, you know what I'm saying? Just cruising type of whatever you can get out of it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. You know, let me say something, because I'm not a rapper, okay? And me and you have talked a lot on the phone.
Yeah.
And many times when you rap, I tell you, I don't hear your words, I hear the melody.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I start thinking beat.
Yeah.
So I put your melody along with my beat, and that's how I brainstorm. Okay. Then I go back later on and hear your words. I mean, I could call you 2 weeks later and say, "Fuck, you said that. That was dope," because I listen to music differently. Now, when I first heard you rap, I know people say, you know, there was this one guy that did a reaction video and he says, "Man, it's like Tupac is speaking through this guy."
I seen that one.
Okay, he said that. But here's my thing, and I love Tupac, but I, as a non-rapper producer, I didn't hear that, and I shared that with you.
Yeah, yeah.
I said I didn't share, you know, I didn't hear that, but people say, yeah, I hear it. It's mostly rappers. I take their word for it.
Well, don't get me wrong. I hear that a lot, you know, comment sections. People tell me, you know, at work, you know, I show them a few things here too, but they told me the same thing. You sound like Pac. You sound like Pac. And here's the thing. I agree with them to a certain degree. I wouldn't say that I deserve that title because it's a huge, you know, it's a huge responsibility, you know. Not only that, but the songs he put out, you know, the history behind them, you know, you can't necessarily just be like, oh, I'm a replica, I'm that runner-up. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how dope you sound like it, but you're not him.
Right.
You know?
Right. And I've heard dudes that try to sound like him with their voice, not with his cadence.
Yeah.
And it sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Like you literally sound like a bad bootleg from the Roadium swamp meet, homie. You know.
You know what? There's one dude called Casanova.
Okay.
That's the closest that I've come to someone sounding like him.
You talking about his voice or his cadence as well?
No, everything in general. Everything in general. Like even the way that he formats his songs, like the structure is just the same. You know, it's actually mind blowing. It's almost as if, you know, like I want to say it was him writing it, but you know, it would sound dumb, but it sounds, you know what I mean? Like Pac, you know what I mean? Like if you look it up, people know what I'm talking about. You know, Casanova the Don. It's crazy, man. It's super tight.
Okay, you're not talking about Don Cisco.
No. I've heard about that one, you know, and it's crazy that it originated from California. You know what I mean? Like from up north of California, and people will be tripping out like, oh, what the fuck? He just said north, you know? Like,
right.
But at the same time, it's still a little piece of history.
Yeah.
That turned into what people bump now, which is All Eyes on Me.
And it's all worldwide.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
So once again, the meet and greet. Oh, first of all, I got to give credit where credit's due. Salvi Mami Street Sesh. Much love, much respect, Salvi Mami.
Much love.
Mr. D's meet and greet, music and merch. Saturday, August 14th. This Saturday coming up. The times 3 to 9. Now somebody asked, what time are you guys going to be there? We're going to be there from the beginning. So as soon as the doors open, honestly, we only have, I'm just letting you know, a few of these. And when I say a few, I'm not going to give a number, but only a few of these, okay? We only have a few of these, okay? So make sure you guys show up early. I don't want, because as soon as we sell out, we're gone, okay? So you get a picture when you buy this, okay? We're going to have special prices, not prizes, but it's price for all three, or if you just want to buy one by one. And believe me, I'm not making no money out of this, brother. You know, I do this because I see you as my artist. I got mad love for not only for you, but also for your manager, Jeff. No, he will be there. You will be there. I will be there. I'll have some stuff as well. My boy Alex will be there. My boy Julian says he's going to be there. My boy Anthony said, so my whole team, we're going to roll deep, you know. So, but once again, and the address, I'll post it up tomorrow. You're going to post it up. And hopefully we can meet everybody over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I believe that 2Mix is going to be performing there.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I've never mentioned it, but when I was on the come up to search what type of Latino rappers or Hispanic, whatever you want to call it, I don't want to go deep into that, but whatever you want to do call it, he was one of the people that was recommended, you know, 2Mix. And it's crazy, you know what I mean? That I'm going to be around someone that, you know, helped me, I want to say, blossom into an artist. You know, he gave me certain ideas, certain routes, certain, like a sound, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that underground gritty sound, you know? Like, that's what I'm trying to emulate at the end of the day, just keeping it raw and authentic, you know, just like he did.
Yeah, that's dope. He's going to be performing there from what I was told. but I don't know if he's going to perform or just be there. But from what I heard, he's going to perform. So once again, we're only going to have a few of these, okay? The website would eventually be up, and you know, Mr. D's page, his manager's page, my page, we'll promote it. We'll promote it here on Roadium Radio as well. I'm having fun producing this album. I truly, truly am. Look, let me tell you something. There ain't too many rappers that write a verse and call me and say, I want to rap it for you. And this guy does that, okay? This guy does that, and I love it. I love it. So anyways, speaking of producing, I'm also co-producing another record, which is Magic's album or EP. We haven't decided exactly what we're going to do yet, but I think it's time that we change her sound, because a lot of people, and I'm just going to be 100 with you, and I know you know this already, just know her as the talk box. That's it. You know, when I heard you sing, I knew there was much, much more that the fans have not seen, like much, much more. You know, I know there's a couple of songs that you, in the past, that you kind of like, there's some singing on it.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Say that a little bit closer to the mic.
I did not know what the fuck I was doing.
Okay. And I heard like, because I mean, I've talked to you on several occasions whenever we've talked music, and I said, you know, there's some artists that come here to Roadium Radio that I see have great potential, but the problem is they don't have the patience to like, give me some time to work with you. They think I'm ready right now, let's release it.
Yeah, another thing too, I think they can't accept constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's like, oh fuck, you're hating on me. Just because like, hey, you know what, you're a little flat, go back in there and do it again. Oh fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Right. Like, I know, I get it. So now, this is one thing that I told you in the past not to do. And I say this out of respect, and I also told Jeff, D's manager, and I also told D, we don't post anything. We don't post anything. If we shoot a video, don't post a picture. Don't post a clip. Don't post something that's going to be your artwork later. Don't post your glossy. Don't post nothing yet. Let us build anticipation. Make the fans want it. We can see if they really want to hear from you.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, but you posted a song
Yeah.
that I said, don't. And under the circumstances, it's almost like you had to, in a sense. Mm-hmm. I get it, but immediately your phone started ringing, and I told you, this is the problem. I said, because, you know, you're of a younger generation. I'm from the older generation. Mm-hmm. When Dre or Quick, we didn't have social media to say, look, I just produced Safe and Sound. Check it out. Tell me what you guys think. Hell no, you had to wait till that record came out. And you couldn't wait to put it in your CD player. So, but immediately people started hitting you up. And I said, the bad thing about that, you may look at it as good promotion, but you're releasing the sound
way too soon.
Way too soon.
That record, I actually sent it out to a DJ friend of mine here in Cali at a station. Mm-hmm. That song was the #1 most requested song for a straight month for that entire station, like the entire part. It was being played in I don't know how many fucking cities, #1 for a month.
Really?
And
it's but you can't even buy it.
No, you can't even buy it. So people are looking for it. Like, hey, what's that fucking song called? I don't know. And then a year from now, they're not gonna give a shit about it. So.
But you see what I meant?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I believe it's important. I encourage younger artists. Don't be so quick to think people are gonna jock it. They're gonna come and they're gonna like it.
No,
and you make
like
no money off
shooting
of it.
yourself in the foot almost.
Yes.
And then you can also people. This might kind of seem kind of like haterish or whatever, but I don't care because it's the truth. You can also spark something inside of somebody that was your idea all along, and then you're gonna be mad. Hey, what the fuck? That was my idea. What the hell?
Right.
Well, you spilled your idea too soon, and somebody else who actually had money and time to do it faster than you already did it, and they burned it out.
Yes. If you have a good idea, keep it to yourself. Timing is everything. I've always told people that timing is everything, especially if you have something good. Now, I know right now I'm releasing it. We've been working on a record together. As a matter of fact, when I let the cat out of the bag, I was on Dr. Green Thumb's Be Real's podcast, and I said I was working with you. And then a whole bunch of shit started happening.
Then the night, actually the same night when I posted the video, and it's funny because how I said earlier that this person ruined a lot of things for a lot of people. That was one of the things that she created a lot of turmoil and made it a little bit more complicated to work, you know, to get the flow going smoothly because of her bullshit and her crazy obsessions with whatever the fuck she has problems with.
Yeah. Okay, well, I know tomorrow we'll be in the studio again. With Darren Vegas. I got to show love to Darren Vegas.
What's up, Darren?
Darren.
And Dominator, what's up, Dominator? Thank you for everything you do.
Absolutely.
Shout out Darren.
Yeah, Darren and DJ Dominator. I mean, I can go on and brag about those two. But now, tomorrow we'll be in the studio where we're working on a new track. Once again, I'm just co-producing. What that means, as of right now, I'm just being her third pair of ears. If it sounds good, cool. You know what? Take that snare out. Let's go with a different crash. Let's go with a different kick. You know what? That needs to be mixed a little bit better. You can go back in there and lay those vocals a little bit better. Many times, it's good to have somebody with experience in there. Not saying that you have to do exactly what, but if you're asking them, help me, then please take their constructive criticism.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't get help. Like artists like myself, I kind of had to learn everything on my own. I got screwed over. I got jacked for like 4 albums. A bunch of bullshit. Like there's dudes with my acapellas on like 5 different songs in Mexico. They all have the same fucking verse, because the same idiot like recycled my acapellas and slanged them like that. Like it was just all kinds of bullshit that doesn't need to be. We don't need to go through, and then we get no help. What are we learning from that? Just
let me confirm something, okay? I had an artist here. I heard his song on social media, and I thought the shit was fucking banging. So I reached out to him, and he said, like, yeah, let's do an interview. Came in here. I remember, because there was a certain type of sound, and I said to you, check this dude out. I sent it to you. I sent it to Dominator, okay? This guy's talented. You got back to me, and you said, that's my beat.
That's crazy. And I remember I did. Half of his whole fucking album was my album. That was supposed to be released 6 years ago.
And somebody got a hold of it and sold it?
Yeah, they stole my I had an external with all of my masters and everything all tracked out from the beats and all that.
Wow.
And took them and did what he pleased with them. And put them up as like beats on YouTube or whatever. And now this artist got them, and it's a banging ass fucking album. I love that album. This artist is fucking dope.
Yeah,
dope
and then when I heard it, I was like, check this out. This guy's dope. And then you said, that's my beat. That was stolen from me. What the hell?
You know what? It was a bittersweet moment for me because it was so exciting because the sound was just so fucking, it was dope. But it also like burned me up to a core because I remember I ranted to you about it for like 10 minutes. I was so angry because I was like, that should have been my shit. Like I should have put that shit out 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, even though that's not how it should be. But that kind of bitterness is created by people who have bad intentions for you in the industry. That's why it's good to surround yourself with good people.
Yeah.
And honestly, like on some real shit, I've worked with a lot of people in the industry, and more than half of the people that I work with that put food on my table and actual fucking racks, not like, oh, a couple dollars here. No, they have never been in front of a camera or been seen with me in public.
Okay, well, people, be looking out for, I'm going to say, the new magic, okay?
That's forever Genesis. Fuck Magic, girl.
Okay.
We're going to start that hashtag when the album drops. Fuck Magic.
Okay, cool. Okay, now let me ask you this. I mean, I know I'm a part of it, but I need the fans to hear it from you. When can they expect the EP or the album to drop? Can we expect something in 2021 or early 2022?
I'm shooting for late 2021.
Okay.
Like Christmas time. It might be my Christmas gift, but if not, like early February of next year. Just because I want to make sure that I really give my fans what they deserve.
Right.
I've had fans that have been following me for years. Like I shit you not, Tony, I see the same people at every fucking show. Santa Ana, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, LA, Fresno, Sacramento.
Yeah. So you have your faithful followers.
They
yeah.
follow me around, and there's clubs that take their cars down by the hundreds just to go support me. And to
Wow.
me, that is crazy.
Yeah.
I had people, and shout out to Osvaldo and to Low Obsessions and Devoted Ones Car Club in Texas. Much love to you guys. I've had people when they took me down to Texas for the first time, Devoted Ones. It was my first time in Texas, and I was headlining.
Mm-hmm.
There was hundreds of cars parked out there.
Wow.
And I was the headliner. It's weird because when you go out of Cali, it's the blood's different out there.
Yeah.
Like the love is like so real.
Oh, it's so real.
It's so fucking real. And then to me, it was crazy, and it was kind of an eye-opening moment because, like, for a point in time, I was kind of giving up on it. I was like, you know what? I already wasted my time. Like, I can't do. There's nothing more I can do. My
Right.
time's up. You know. But when I had 5 different people tell me, hey, I drove like 3 hours. We pulled the trailers out. We brought the cars. That to me was like, damn, I still got it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's real good. And with that, D, and I've always encouraged you, and I've always told Jeff this as well, that think outside the hood. Because when you travel, you're going to see the love that you're going to get, and it's going to be enormous. And also think the international market. That's why I always say, make sure you get your passport ready because they're going to be calling. Yeah. They're going to be calling. Now, I know me and Jeff have talked on possibly, and I said, because we don't have a set date for the next video. Okay, because we definitely need to push this still, but because our marketing scheme is different from what people that say my song's the hottest song within the last week on Instagram. No, we're not even thinking that, but we're thinking about either early next month or late next month to shoot the next video. Yeah. And we don't have a date for a release date on that either, but just shooting it. We've already got the song. Okay, we've already recorded it, so. People, we've been working, and I guarantee you, not only would you not be disappointed with D's album, but also Magic's album. If I have my say-so and my touch on these records, you know what? You will not be disappointed. There was this one comment that somebody left and said this. Tony, and I'm paraphrasing, he says, this has to be a hit for you or it's over. That's what he said. He said, because we want to believe in you. So
That's the real shit, though.
It's true.
Like, you got to be, like, if you're going to talk like I'm the greatest, you better be the greatest.
Well, you know what? I'm not the greatest, but you know what? I'm good at what I do. Fair enough?
Yeah.
I'm good at what I do. So when we sat down and we said, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to one verse here, one verse here. The transitions is going to be from the mixtapes. People are going to see it. They're going to grab your the cassettes. Each cassette is going to have a different song. The last part of the video is going to have the song the shirt that you were ironing in the very beginning. So everything makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And let me tell you something. Not one negative comment. Not one. And if somebody commented negative, they were just hating, punching air. Yeah. Okay? Yeah, I'm serious. Just like Cuba Gooding Jr. on Boys in the Hood. Okay? But everybody, I mean, you know what? I got this woman that she's always asking me, when is he going to come to Detroit? So you got people out there.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, you got people out of state that are hitting me up, and I've sent you some of those screenshots. Look. Yeah. Yeah, how can I get a hold of him? When is he going to come out here? Okay? And I'm going to be real with you. There ain't too many artists that they're asking for. Okay? When I see comments like, finally, somebody that we can be proud of, somebody with lyricism, okay? And then when your album drops, and they're going to be thinking, Roadium Radio. Yeah. No. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. Okay? So.
No more freebies.
Yeah, no more freebies. Other than that, man, you know one thing I've been noticing about your style of writing? It's been changing. But like, it's almost like you becoming more and more versatile. Maybe it was always there. Why do you think that is? I don't know. Tell me.
Well, because of what's going on with everything right now. Everything's, I have to keep up, you know? So I look at it as if I have to match my writing with where I'm at right now.
Okay.
If that makes sense, you know? I know to the average person, oh, it just doesn't make sense. But to break it down, if I were to call it where I'm at, like at least as a rapper that was mainstream, fuck, I guess I'm going into the direction as as a Hemi D. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
Because that's why I've been bumping, you know, so much lately. You know.
The overweight lovers in the
Hell
house.
yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
You know, and then you got the Fat Boys. You know, and I've been digging into LL Cool J. You know, Mixmaster Spade. You know, like I've been doing my homework.
Spade and
you know
I'm ready to rock.
Hell yeah.
Okay, see, this guy right here, like I said before, he's a time traveler from the past, and he's just here to kick it. I just happened to bump into him. I took his DeLorean to make sure he doesn't go back. Okay, so I don't know too many guys still wear hairnets, homie, but I love it, and the widow's peak. So, but anyways, I'm excited. My drum machine can't get here soon enough because we're gonna lock ourselves in the room and we're gonna start banging shit out.
Yeah.
Guarantee you.
Hell yeah.
And I know a lot of rappers have been hitting me up for beats, and I want to apologize to you. And I've turned down money, even DJ money, because I want to knock this album out first, you know. But that's where I'm at. I guarantee you, people will not be disappointed. I'm gonna take it back, bro. So, but I'm glad. You know, not too many people show up to my house bumping "It's Like That" by Run DMC. Planet Rock by Africa Bambaataa. Brr, stick 'em. Ha, 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 stick 'em. Okay? So, it's crazy. It's crazy with this guy. Never seen anything like it. Okay. Magic. Anything I didn't ask you, anything that we should bring up, anything you want to bring up, right now is the time.
No, I think we covered everything.
Okay. So
For the time being,
okay.
I'm just really excited for, you know, the new project. I mean, coming
Right.
out, something different. Again, shout out to Dom, Darren, and you, of course. Thank
Okay.
you guys for helping me with this project. Other than that, I
Okay.
can't think of anything.
Now, we're not going to get into how many songs have already been completed. We're just going to say that expected around Christmas or New Year's.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we're pretty much saying the same thing. I'm shooting for December.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna be. You guys are gonna. It's gonna blow your fucking mind. Like.
So, hey, I'll tell you what. When you guys hear our next single, you guys are gonna be like, "Oh shit, fuck it." You know, I double subscribe to Roadium Radio. So
Gonna make 3 pages.
yeah, I got three fake pages in. But you know what? Anything I didn't ask you, D? Anything? Show up Saturday. Just promote it for us,
Yeah.
man.
Just come through, help support. Hopefully everybody comes through, and I hope I don't come into no hate, because
It's okay. We're running deep.
No, not only that, but it's just that, you know, I can't control myself sometimes, you know, and I want to go on a straight path, you know. I want to actually make everybody reach other levels, you know. But if I, you know, run into somebody, and, you know, it is what it is, you know. But I'll always try to take the high road, because, you know, that's what I was taught, you know. That's what
Right.
I was told. That's what I'll try to show, you know, because
Right.
I only get one chance at this.
Hey, man, you know what? And it's going to be good. People are going to come and show love, bro. I just can't imagine a hater driving all out, getting dressed, taking a shower, throwing on nice cologne, his best clothes, just to say, you suck. But then again, you never know.
Good knuckle
So,
sandwich.
yeah. Once again, the CD, the 5x7, okay? And my current mood poster. So make sure you guys show up and support. You know that I've had people, and I told you, I went to a restaurant. Somebody asked me, the owner of a restaurant, "Hey, you're that guy, huh?" And I said, "What guy?" "The rodeo guy." I said, "No, you're talking about Roadium Radio." "Yeah." He goes, "Now this guy's about my age, or not a little bit older." Okay, and he says this, "When's that Mr. DCD coming out?" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he goes, "I watch your show all the time." He goes, "And I love Mr. D. He took me back." He goes, "To my age of growing up, listening to real rap." He goes, "Not this new bullshit that's out today." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He goes, "Do you have a CD?" And I go, "I have my home." He goes, "How much?" And I was like, "You got to come to the meet and greet or after." And he goes, No, just you don't want to sell me one right now?" And I was like, "No, bro. I could have sold them already."
No, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But we got to build anticipation. So
Hell
if you
yeah.
want to, look, if you get there and we run out, oh well, okay? So come out. We're going to be there as soon as the doors open at 3 o'clock. Salvi Mommy's booth. Make sure you guys sell her out, buy me out, buy D out, whatever. And I'm going to buy out these, not Joe Granny's cookies. So other than that, Magic Girl, much love, much respect. Thank you for coming out. Bakersfield, stand up. Once again, Mr. D, see you Saturday. And you know what? The best is yet to come.
Hell yeah.
So other than that, let me enjoy these, and I'll see you guys Wednesday.